I recently posted a poll on my community tab asking you where you are in your freelancing or virtual assistant journey. And most of you answered that you are aspiring and newbie virtual assistants. So given this, I was thinking, why not share with you what I think are the things or ingredients to freelance success. So you'd be able to assess yourself if you are ready for this. Hey everyone, it's me, Coach Z. I help aspiring and newbie virtual assistants identify their key services and soulmate clients so they can start and grow their VA business. And in this channel, I share Upwork tips, virtual assistant tutorials, social media hacks, content management related topics, and everything remote work. So if this sounds so good to you, please hit that subscribe button below. Turn on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I drop an episode. If you've been with me for some time, welcome back and thank you very much for being here. In this episode, I'll share with you the 5 ingredients to complete your freelance success recipe. If you are excited to dig in, please smash that like button and let's get started. Ingredient number 1 will be, drum roll please, patience. In this industry, you need to be very patient, but if you're already patient, then you need to stretch that patience. That's because in this industry, you either get rejected or ejected. There will always be times that your proposals won't get noticed, your interviews won't convert, or during discovery calls, you won't be able to close sales. That happens. So you need to be very patient. Don't quit immediately just because you're not getting results, just because you're not closing projects, because that happens. Rejections will always be part of this industry. But one thing that you should keep in mind though, that for every no, there will always be yes later on. Maybe not now, but later on. So you have to be patient. Another thing would be in this industry, you could also get ejected. You may be asked to leave the team for some reasons or just because projects are short-term. One thing that you should know is that in the freelancing industry, there are more short-term projects than long-term projects. So you have to keep that in mind and you have to be patient in getting, clients, in getting projects, because rejections and ejections will always be a part of your journey. Ingredient number 2 will be taking action. You need to be an action taker if you want to succeed in this industry. Now, what do I mean by this? What I mean by this is that when you have enrolled in courses or you've joined webinars, either free or paid webinars, you need to apply what you have learned immediately. Convert everything that you've learned into action. Because, theories will always be theories. Not until you experiment, not until you try doing it yourself, not until you apply everything that you learn, that you will know if that theory is right or wrong. So whenever you enroll in courses, in webinars, in workshops, or maybe you downloaded a workbook, then work on it immediately so you'd know if that strategy, if the tips you learned, if everything that has been taught in that course or in that workbook are really working, right? You need to take action all the time. The other way of explaining this ingredient or why this is important is that you also have to set your goals and give your best to achieve your goals. You need to take action to achieve those goals, right? So let's say if you want to get a client, then I think the best way in order to achieve that goal or to fulfill that goal is to look for clients, to send proposals on Upwork, connect with your potential clients on other social platforms. So taking action is one important ingredient to freelance success. Third ingredient to freelance success would be continuous growth. You need to always upgrade and update yourself personally and professionally. If you want to be a successful freelancer, you need to be hungry for growth. You need to keep learning, you need to keep improving yourself personally and professionally. So, given that say you already know a lot about social media marketing or a lot about the virtual assistant tasks, that shouldn't stop there. You shouldn't stop there. You need to keep improving, you need to keep learning new things, you need to keep developing new skills, adding new skills, and improve yourself professionally. Because let me give you a quick example, right? I have changed my title on Upwork many times. Virtual assistant, and then social media manager, and now content strategist. That's because I never stopped learning. I always try my best to learn new things, gain new skills, or update my skills even, so that I can grow and so that I can also, I can also improve the quality of my clients. So if I were you, if you are just starting out, or if you're already a newbie and already started your virtual assistant journey or freelancing journey, please don't stop learning. Please don't stop making yourself better than yesterday. Cool? Now, before we move on to our fourth and fifth ingredient, please let me know if you are getting value from this video, if you're enjoying this video, and if you are, please drop the word gold in the comments below so I would know and, will somehow boost my confidence. The fourth ingredient to freelance success would be qualify your clients. I've always share this in my social platforms, especially on Instagram and in my email list, that you have to be very clear about who you want to serve. It's very important to know who you want to work with, because as I always say, clarity is alignment. You see, clarity is alignment. When you know who you want to work with, then it would be easier for you to win clients. It would be easier for you to succeed in this industry. It may sound limiting, but it works. So I suggest that you really figure out, nail down to the T, your ideal client. Because that way you will be able to save your energy from sending proposals all over on Upwork or connecting with all the people on Instagram without really having this clear client profile. It helps to know who your ideal client is, because that way you will only spend your time connecting with this ideal clients, and you will only spend your time sending proposals on Upwork to projects that are aligned to what you really want to do and who you really want to serve. So again, qualify your clients. The fifth and the last, but definitely the most important ingredient to freelance success would be, drum roll please, commitment. Commitment is the key to freelance success, because when you are committed, when you are not half-hearted, or when you are not having these second thoughts, doubts, you are on your way to freelance success. Because when you are committed, you will do everything to win clients, to close or win projects. When you are committed, you will take every step so you'd be able to achieve your goals. Without commitment, I don't think that's possible. If you fully feel in your heart and in your mind that you're ready for this and you're willing to do what it takes to succeed in this industry, nobody and nothing will ever stop you. That's why commitment is very important if you want to succeed in this industry, and maybe in any industry, it may be in any business, right? You need to have full commitment. Don't you think? So, to recap, the 5 ingredients to freelance success recipe would be 1. Patience. 2. Taking action. 3. Continuous growth. 4. Qualifying clients. And 5th, commitment. So if you want to succeed in this industry, you need to at least have those 5 key ingredients. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope this somehow gave you a perspective or somehow helped you assess yourself if you truly want to be a freelancer or virtual assistant. If you are willing to put in the work and to really apply all that I have shared, and you're ready to take one step closer to freelance success. If you enjoy this, if you feel like this has helped you in some ways, please like this video and share in the comments below what you think, and maybe share to your friends or whoever you think needs to hear this. And I'll see you on my next episode.